Right. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the second ever. The dog's just arrived. Look. Hello, Murph. Just to distract me as I'm starting, just to kick me into it all straight away.
Come on.
You've been locked down. Yeah. It's official. We've been locked down.
So we thought that we'd have an emergency broadcast to mark this occasion. It's your bit.
So, look, guys, this is how bad it's got straight away. Look, we're into scripts.
Come on, get on with it. Do your bit. You're spoiling it.
Sorry, mate. So we want to know how everybody's doing in this new reality.
And we locked down for the next 3 weeks, so we want to know what your plans are.
Are you working from home?
Are you working from home? Or are you schooling the kids?
Are you still going to work like me and Phil? Like we're still going into work.
So we want to help you get through this, and that's what the Sunday night's for. It's probably going to drive you around the bend.
Yeah, for sure. It's appropriate now though to start getting some ideas of what people are up to and what people are trying to do, and get some ideas of what we can do.
And hopefully we'll be able to help you through it in our own way. Really, that's the idea.
So we've got 4 people on already.
Have we?
Yeah.
Not as good as Sunday, is it?
No, it's not. But it's
Phil.
We've not promoted this as well. This one's been a bit quick.
Phil, one of those 4 people is me.
Is it? Oh. Okay, we've got 4 people on now. We've got 5 people in live.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? So, so we just wanted really to, it's a big moment, isn't it? And we've been told to lock down. Some people are, some people aren't. I think a lot of people have classed themselves as essential workers, haven't they? From what I've seen.
Yeah, but the descriptions of key workers or whatever it is, that seems quite broad.
It's a bit woolly, isn't it? Yeah. Well, they were on the radio. Michael Gover's on there this morning, and he made it as clear as mud. As clear as mud. He said, if you're a plumber and it's an emergency, go and fix someone's plumbing and stay away from them. So that gives a green light to any tradesman to just get out and do their job, doesn't it?
Yeah. So today we've seen down our road, we've seen Lincolnshire County Council, big up Lincolnshire County Council, doing that emergency repair work that's really needed, repainting the white lines on the road.
Oh yeah, good work.
Like really needed. We're in lockdown, and I know. Let's go paint the white lines.
Yeah, they're putting new drains on our road.
So when even Lincolnshire County Council aren't taking this lockdown seriously, it's bullshit, isn't it? Really?
Why do they usually take stuff seriously?
Well,
Lincolnshire County Council.
I'm being told off for swearing because Jack's outside.
Yeah. So I'll talk about that in a minute. How's your first day of lockdown been, Phil?
It's been all right. I'm a night shift worker, so I've slept a little bit. I was out a little bit this morning doing some runaround errands for my nan, who's 80 something. Yeah. I did a Lincolnshire County Council. I picked up the essentials. She needed her TV guide, her TV choice delivering.
It's not Christmas.
It's not Christmas.
Oh.
It's not Christmas, but she needed her TV magazine, so it was essential to her.
So has it been any different for you then, really? Because you were at work last night, you've slept most of the day, you've done a few deliveries, you're at work tonight. Is it any different?
Not really. No, not really. Been a night fairly antisocial anyway.
Do you want to hear about my day? First day of trying to work at home today. So it's not just working at home. I don't think working at home would be too much of a problem, but the kids are working at home as well. So they are my new co-workers. They're my new office crew.
What, you're telling me that they're more hard work than working with Sid?
Yeah. At least I don't have to kick Sid's arse out of bed, do I? And
I'm sure you're thankful for that.
Is he watching, Sid?
I can't see my live streams. We've got 8 people on, but I can't see who's on.
Oh, by the way, if you've got any questions or any comments, stick them in the comment box, and we're gonna try and see if we can pull a few of you into the feed and just see how you're getting on and see what your issues are and do a bit of agony uncle stuff for you. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. I don't know what that advice is going to be like, but we'll see. But no, I did. I had to go up and fix some IT problems for Jack.
Right.
So
you know what
No. Proper work, school work. But you know what I'm like with IT.
There's a reason. There's a reason I've got the buttons for this live feed.
Yeah. So I thought I didn't know what to do because I couldn't get this thing to work. So I phoned up our IT manager at work. So I'm on the phone. I'm going, oh, this teacher sent this and this effing that, and I completely forgot. Alfie's laid on his bed on the other side of the bedroom, and I just turn around. And he's just going. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I've had my co-workers today. I've had to kick their asses out of bed. I've had to get them started on their work. I've had to monitor them daily, and I've had to stop them fighting. We had a drive-by fart issue that resulted in a fight. It's like working with you, Phil.
Yeah, just same as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn's got a question. What's the question?
Should I ping it up?
Yeah, go on, stick it up.
There we go.
How can I make my paddle have resistance on it for practicing paddling in my back garden with a board stood on boxes? I've seen your picture, Carolyn. It's a nice setup. I've got some. I did it a while back, and I just got some. It's like bungee cord stuff, and I got 2 sections of it, and I made myself like a short paddle with a handle on the end, and I put an eye in the other end of it, and it's not a full length paddle. And I've attached the bungee to an anchor point in the wall on one side of the garden, and then I've attached around the top to a bungee on the other side, so you've got pressure both ways. I copied it, I nicked it off. There was a thing doing the rounds, wasn't there, Phil, a while back on. I can't remember what it was called now. What was it called?
I can't remember.
Can anyone remember what that thing was called? Anyone watching? It was like a short paddle with bungee either end, and you attached it to either wall and did your thing.
I can remember you making it.
Eh?
I can remember you making it.
Yeah. So I've got that, Carolyn. So whether you could do something like that with a bit of bungee on the end of the paddle somehow, and then attach that to an anchor point. It's got to be a pretty strong anchor point because you're going to pull on it. That's all I can think.
I wonder if there's any way of doing it with a bungee cord off the front eye loop on the board. If you stood on the board,
maybe
like the D-ring off the nose of the board, maybe.
Yeah, but it'd just be constantly pulling your paddle into the middle to your feet, wouldn't it? Because it's anchored in the middle at the front.
Yes,
I think you point. I mean, myself, that's what I had, but I wasn't stood on the board, Carolyn. I just stood on the floor and did it. Oh, she got a 3-piece. You could do it. Yeah, I suppose you could do it with the top 2 sections of a 3-piece. Just take the blade off the bottom and hook it in the bottom somehow. I don't think you need to destroy your paddle, but I don't know.
We spoke about that on Sunday night about destroying kit.
All right, okay. Have a think about that. Though. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take a picture of my thing that I made. I found it in the shed actually yesterday. I'll put it in the comment. I'll post a picture in the comments if I can, or I'll send it to Phil and he can pass it on to you. Yeah. How's that sound? Oh, we got Tez on again, look. Tez might have an idea on that. Tez, if you're watching, we got a comment from Carolyn down the bottom, look. Any ideas on that one? I'm not going to wait for your response. We'll wait. It'll pop up in a minute, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be there in a minute.
Can you do sound effects on this thing, Phil?
I think I probably could do if I paid for it.
Oh, right, we're not going to go that far. Not yet. Not while we've only got 10 watchers.
I've looked into it. We need a sponsor if we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheap, this software apparently.
No. Tez is saying hello, but he's not giving us an answer yet.
Give him chance. Give him chance. He's still recovering from doing his explosive pop-ups today on Facebook. I saw.
Yeah, Tez, I saw your post today. We're drinking the beer, but I couldn't understand what you were saying. I think it's that Brummie accent. Yeah, I think it's that Brummie accent again. I got the last bit, but I couldn't get the first bit. Anyway, I've changed my T-shirt. Look, Paddy pointed out today that I had the same T-shirt on that I had on Sunday night.
I saw that comment.
Yeah,
I was going to make some comment that you're probably having a million of them.
No, I think it was the same T-shirt, but I think I got away with it. I said I got loads of them, but I didn't wear it yesterday, did I? I was at work yesterday, so it was clean. Pretty much. So my first day of lockdown has been. That's because I'm Brummie. Yeah. It's been pretty shit, really. It's been a bit crap. It's just been boring. Well, it's not been boring. The morning wasn't. Oh, sorry. Jack's over there. I'm swearing again. I forgot. I completely forgot he was there. Jack, do not repeat.
Both of us been told up swearing.
You want to be on the live feed, Jack? Just come round here and say hello. He won't come on. The morning wasn't boring. I had. Have you seen that Jonathan Pye on Facebook? Where he's in lockdown. If you've seen it, give the thumbs up. You know the bit where he's in front of the computer and he's talking to the IT guy and he's going, this is why you do this, because I don't know what to do. And he's pointing his camera at the computer and he's going, to me, that is a black box with wires coming out of it. That's me, that's what I'm like. So I'd phoned up the IT. Well, I was trying to get Skype to work and it wouldn't work. So I phoned up the IT manager and I had him on my phone, phoned him up, and I couldn't hear him through the phone. But at the same time I was talking to him, I was on Skype with one of his colleagues in the same office. So I could hear his voice coming through the Skype, through his mate's microphone, but I couldn't hear him through the phone. So I'm going, I can't hear you. And he's going, well, if you can't hear me, how do you know what I'm saying? And I could hear that coming through the screen. And I'm going, I can't hear. So they spent about 10 minutes trying to figure out why I couldn't hear him through my phone. And they reset it, did all sorts of stuff. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I had Bluetooth earphones connected to it and I took them out of my ears to phone him up. He wasn't very happy. What's Tez put?
He said back to the bungee, and if you get the type with hooks on the end, you can easily attach it to the paddle shaft, and a solid object in front works quite well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Here we go. There's a call.
What?
Comments galore coming through. We're in trouble, though. We're in trouble.
Why? What's up? I'm going to Venezuela times where I don't think so. I gave away a £5 on Sunday for this bloody sweepstake. What counts as swearing? Phil, what counts as swearing?
I don't know. I've shut her out now, so hopefully it'll keep the noise down a little bit.
Phil.
Yes.
Adam Lee's commenting on this post. There you go.
That one.
Yeah, can you bring him on screen? Can you bring him on screen?
I can do it. If I send him a link, yeah.
Send him the link. Let's get him on. I promised I'd get him on. He had me on his live feed last week. There was only me and him on it. We'll make him famous.
Do you want to drop him into the chat?
How do I do that? Oh, yeah. Oh, Tez's got a potty mouth, hasn't he? Look.
Yeah. Tez is a moaning sort of Midlander, isn't he? Same as me.
Yeah. If you put that on the screen, then I'm not putting a pound in that pot. So I'm adding Adam into this chat, man.
Yeah, drop him in.
How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. How do I do it, Phil? Adam, how do I add you into a chat? Hang on, here we This is almost as good as your live feed, isn't it, Adam? Right, he's in the chat.
He's in the chat. Right.
So there's a link in the chat just above you. Click on that and we can invite you in and have a little chat. So Adam's in Sweden. Have you met Adam before, Phil?
No, I don't think I have, no.
No. Tez will know Adam. You know Adam, Tez. What's going on? Is he there? I've lost this live feed.
I'm just busy trying to do a million things. There we go.
You're getting good at it, aren't you? Oh, the news is more fun.
I'm trying. News is more fun. Well,
Yeah, but you don't get invited. Let's
Boris
get him
is
on.
a clown.
Yeah, but you don't get invited onto the news, do you? How can it be more fun? I can't believe
Not
we've got 12, I can't believe we've got 12 people watching this crap. I see no link, he says. He's just sent it to you.
I've just reposted it, Adam. It's in the chat. There we go. Phil Plume can see it.
Yeah, so he's in Sweden, and I think they're on lockdown, or he's on lockdown in his basement, going a bit stir crazy, I think. No, not coming. Not coming.
He's not there yet.
Oh, he says he makes the news. He's shut off. Is he there?
Tez. No, I'm looking at Tez's comment.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, isn't he? That's about a fiver in there.
Wind it in. Darren's loving it though.
I know. I don't. Trust me, Darren. I don't know why you're watching it. I really don't. Must be mildly entertaining. Well, this is at the moment. This is just us reading comments off our phones and watching our own. Watching our own.
That's what it is. It's car crash, Plume. That's what we're doing. We're doing the ultimate alternative live broadcast. It beats the news. It beats sitting on your arse even every evening doing nothing.
We need to get someone on because that was the point of this, to get someone on to see how they're doing and see if we can help out in our own special way.
Well, should we bring in the other guest?
Yeah, So we've got seeing as Adam don't want to join us, we might get him later. We've got
Oh, Adam's in.
Oh, is he gone? Then stick him in. We'll have a quick chat.
Are you ready, Adam?
Put him in.
Here he goes. Oh look, he's opening lager. Look.
Hey!
Hey up.
You look at that professional setup.
Welcome to Sweden.
Is that what you had to do to sort out your volume?
No, I what it was actually, ironically, we tried to do this 3 nights ago, and yeah. I looked back upon what had happened in the post-mortem. It turned out that in our demo room, one of the faders was just not turned up far enough. And it's the only thing we couldn't digitally reach.
All right.
It was very embarrassing. That's not how it works when you virtualize shit. Jesus.
And he does this for a living.
I do this for a living. I'm looking at this streaming service you're using. It's new for me, so I'm interested in it. Anyway, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you two.
No.
What have you two been up to with paddling? Have you paddled anywhere today?
No, we're on lockdown, mate.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. That's the fucking joke. So have you got in your bath and just no. All right, fair enough.
Adam, what's lockdown like in Sweden?
We don't have lockdown. It's fucking weird here. It's really weird here. We're playing a very dangerous game, actually.
Oh, yeah?
They still have the ski resorts are still open, so there's going to be a lot of people head to the ski resorts at Easter. They've shut the universities, they've shut the high schools, but they haven't shut the junior schools and they haven't shut the kindergartens. On the basis of the fact, their justification for that is that anyone who has a child in a kindergarten or in a junior school is not in the age bracket where it's dangerous to their health if they catch it.
All right.
You understand how fucking stupid that is? Oh, sorry.
Risky strategy.
Because like I'm going to be 50 this year, so I'm actually in the red zone just a little, and they're taking a bit of a risk on my health. So I'm not happy about that, but you know.
And you've got a daughter. You've got a daughter, Adam, haven't you?
Yeah, a 4-year-old daughter. But obviously, they think everybody who's got a 4-year-old daughter is 30, and I'm 50.
Late starter.
Late starter. What can I tell you? Yeah.
Do us a favour.
Mm-hmm.
Just explain to me the Norwegian joke thing in Sweden.
All right. So the situation in Sweden is that the Swedes think of the Norwegians in the way that the English think of the Irish.
But they've got no sense of humour. But they've got no sense of humour.
Well, no, that you know, like you say, you know, how do you confuse an Irishman? You put him in a round room and tell him to piss in the corner. You know, but you change that to how do you confuse a Norwegian? You put him in a round room and tell him to piss in the corner. And it's, you know.
No, but yeah, what were those submarine jokes you had? Tell me those submarine jokes. Have you got them?
Yeah. So how do you sink a Norwegian submarine?
Don't know.
You put on an aqualung, you swing down, and you knock on the door, and you wait for them to open and say, "What do you want?" And then, how do you sink a Norwegian submarine again? You put on an aqualung, you swim down, you knock on the door, and you wait for them to open the window and say, "I'm not falling for that again." How do you open?
This is my sense of humour.
Yeah. How do you sink a Danish submarine?
Don't know.
Put on an aqualung, you swim down, you knock on the door, you wait for them to open the hatch and say, "We're not fucking Norwegians." And do you know how you sink a Swedish submarine?
Don't know.
You hire a Norwegian crew.
God, dear me.
The great thing about those shows, in England, we only have the Irish to laugh at, whereas here you can play with the Danish as well, you know? So you've got a little bit of that going on.
Adam, it's been great having you on, but we've dropped from... Oh, it's just gone back up again. We dropped from 12 followers to 9 for a minute then.
Well, I'm a bit popular. I will tell you, you must have seen this, Phil, because you were in Sweden not so long back.
Yeah, last week? Before last, yeah.
Did you look at the sea?
Only on the plane flying out.
Oh, okay. So there's a very interesting, very well-kept secret here in Scania, which is the southern part of Sweden. We have beautiful beaches, and I'm not even joking. White sand, turquoise sea. If you come to the beaches around the bottom of Scania in the summer, you could think you're in the Caribbean. It's unbelievable. And then there's no one here.
Mm-hmm.
No one.
Mate, I'm coming.
And if you go to the more popular beaches, they're covered in Swedish girls in bikinis. So, you know, for a holiday destination, you've got pretty much empty beaches, and the ones that aren't are covered in Swedish ladies in bikinis. That's a great holiday.
Sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think we ought to do a Cave Belly podcast from Adam's studio at some point over the summer, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure you can sort that out, can't you, Adam?
Yeah, we can bring an ENG crew onto the beach, and we can film the whole thing. We can use some live views. We can stream it up to a satellite and bring it back down. Yeah, I got all that stuff.
He knows what he's doing.
I got a TV studio right here if I want to use it. If you want to go in there, but you know.
Right, we're going to boot you off, Adam.
They're shooting porn in there right now, I think. Oh no, it's dog porn. Yeah, no one wants
dog porn.
As
Scandinavians.
Well, we've only just made bestiality illegal. We only made it illegal a year ago.
Scott Warren reckons it's like that on a Norfolk beach, look. Empty.
Really? On a Norfolk beach? I've been to
full of Swedish girls, Scott. Nah.
Everybody had funny ears and looked the same.
All right, it's been lovely chatting, Adam, but we're going to kick you off.
All right, lads.
Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Cheers. See ya.
Be safe, guys. Don't catch anything nasty.
Try not to.
Hey door. Hey, that's what we say in Sweden. Hey door. I wave at doors all the time. Hey door.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Right.
So, shall we bring Hannah in now then?
So we bring Hannah in now. You can introduce her.
So Hannah lives in Majorca. I first met Anna actually this summer at Paddle Round Pier, but we got chatting over Facebook when I was paddling around Majorca because she got connection with her. And they've been locked down for 10 days already. So we thought it'd be quite good to get her on and have a chat about what it's like to be locked down, how she prepared for it, how she's stopping herself from going insane and all that stuff. So
I know the answer to the last one. I think it's wine. Are you ready, Hannah?
I've got my side.
Yeah, look, there she is.
I was born ready.
Hey. How's it going?
Well, I feel like I've got nothing left to give after listening to Adam. I've got no jokes, I've got no flashy studio. I've just got a bottle of wine, and I'm keeping my sanity. How are you guys?
Got a surfboard in the background. That's essential.
Behind you, so that's all right.
So yeah, we're on day 10. And actually, watching you guys in the UK, it's like watching Tomy's first lockdown. You know, we're like literally in take no prisoner zone. I got stopped by the police 2 days ago for walking my dogs, and I was 100 meters from my house, and I was told I was too far away. And actually, to an extent, we're in a bit of a bubble here. Being on an island and not being on the mainland, but we're intrinsically linked with the mainland. And at the moment, it's like watching a horror show unfold. And we're seeing what's going on in Italy, and we're seeing what's going on in Spain, and we're feeling the effects here because we are affiliated to the mainland, so we have to do whatever we're told. And I'm watching people in the UK and watching people's attitudes, and I can't get my head around it. It's, you know, it's easy to say maybe because I'm where I am, I can sit here and criticise what people are doing. But unless people get a grip of the seriousness of the situation, this isn't going to be a week or 2 weeks or a month. This is going to be 3 months. This is going to be 4 months. You know, I think ironically, watching stuff going on in China and what's going on in Wuhan, I think the ironic thing is the only cases that they're getting now are people bringing it back into the country. And
it'll be interesting though, won't it? Because I've heard on the news that they've released some restrictions today. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because they're the first country, obviously, that's releasing stuff, releasing restrictions rather than putting them on.
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at it, it's been 8 weeks, and you know they went like hardball on it once they finally got to grips with it. And in 8 weeks, they've kind of turned it around. Now that is possible. That is possible elsewhere, but it's not going to be possible if Spain is doing this, France is doing this, the UK is doing that. I mean, listening to America, listening to Trump, it's just, I'm embarrassed for him. Like, I literally sit there. It's almost going into like watching the Fast Show. I tune in just to see what shite he is going to spout next. You know, Boris isn't that far behind, so he's been ever so polite. You know, it'd be really nice if the British public would kindly do this and kindly do that. Well, we know the British public, left to their own devices, don't do anything that they're meant to do. No. So congratulations. Welcome to day one.
Like, they're still not. Still, people in England still aren't taking it seriously.
No, I know. And also, what is frightening is just how dog eat dog it seems to be. Every man for himself. You know, my mum's in the UK. She's in her early 70s, and it's desperate watching her situation. You know, the fact that she's having to, you know, rock up at shops because they're giving OAPs a half an hour time slot in the morning to get their groceries. I mean, she's only just been able to get the basic groceries after about 7 days. And you know that I'm hearing stuff about food that is going in the bins that's been wasted. You know, it's shocking, really. It is shocking.
So how much notice did you get before you went on lockdown?
We got no notice at all, right? We all had a feeling it was coming. Like, we all had this inkling, you know, watching things happening in Madrid, etc. It was like a Friday night a couple of weeks ago, well, 10 days ago, and we're all out doing our usual thing in the bars. First thing we know about it is the police come by, shut the bars down, and say, you've all got to go home. The bars have got shut. We were told that it would be official from the Monday, and then they announced at 11 o'clock on the Saturday that it was total lockdown from the Sunday. So in some respects, not having time to worry about it and panic about it, I think we all just went, oh, all right then, we'll get on with it. And you know, there are things that you can do. Like if you've got a dog, you can take your dog out. You know, not very far, as I found out. As I got whistled.
Have you got a couple of dogs?
Yeah, I've got 2 dogs. Thank God.
Does that mean you can go out twice?
In theory, I could go out 10 times a day, but I think if they start to see your face, and you know, it's things like you can go out shopping for groceries, but I'm starting to hear that they're checking receipts and they're checking exactly what grocery store you've been to, and if you're not going to the nearest one, you could go to the pharmacy, and there are key workers working, but when they say key workers, they're key workers. They're not people deciding for themselves whether or not they're a key worker or not and taking it upon themselves to go to work. I understand people want to carry on, but, you know, we're all in the same boat. And if we all had that attitude, oh, well, I'm just going to carry on, sod everyone else, you know, we've been a pretty big mess over here, I think. As it is on the island, you know, we get daily figures, actually not just for this island, for Balearics, and we've not shifted past 400 cases in about 4 days, and we spiked. We went from 6 to 8 to 12 deaths, and that's not changed in 2 days. So there is evidence that if you stick to the cause, if you stick to, you know, the rules, it can start to change. And I know we're small, but it is working on a small scale, but it is working.
Yeah, I was talking to a nurse friend yesterday, and she's working in the local hospital, and we've got 2 confirmed cases in our local hospital at the minute.
Yeah,
and they're on her ward, and she said the scariest thing about the whole thing is, even though those are people with some underlying health conditions that are in hospital with a confirmed case, you can't really tell they've got it.
No,
even though they've got, you know, they've been tested, they've definitely got it.
Yeah,
it's scary that, you know, that you can't tell they've got it. And I just think that people in the UK are just going around going, it's nothing, we'll be all right, you know, and it's just wiping out people. Did
you see the stats on the Channel 4 program the other day? That I think it's the normal flu, you're likely to infect something like something like 1.5. I don't know whether they got the 0.5 from, but that is what the normal flu does. The difference with this is that in terms of contagion, you can infect 3 to 5 people directly, which means over the course of time, the amount of people that you personally, from what you did, can affect is something like 48,000 people. And when you start looking at stats like that, you start to get a grip on why, you know, this is still growing on exponential terms at the moment.
I mean, where I am, sorry, Bill. So where I am is it's very rural. So we've got quite a lot of food factories, quite a lot of fresh produce businesses, things like that. So that key worker list that's come out it's not, I won't say it's a joke, but it doesn't shut down enough on who's out and about. So I drove through town today, as I said. I went and did a bit of an errand for my nan, and it doesn't take enough of those people off the street. And you know, people were queuing outside the pharmacy. Okay, so they've got 2 meters between family groups and all of that, but they were still queuing outside the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, did you really need to go to the pharmacy today? Could it have waited till later in the day?
Yeah.
You know, can you not split your time a little bit better? Could you not have planned it last week?
Yeah.
You know, all of these things, people just aren't thinking that it's serious.
Well, I was meant to have, in fact, bizarrely, I was meant to have a lodger move over from the UK, and she was meant to be here a week ago. What day is it? I'm totally confused. It's Tuesday, isn't it? A week ago.
I work night shifts,
and her flight got cancelled on the Saturday, which my mum was actually over the moon about, because I've got quite an impacted immune system, and the thought of someone coming from the UK and being in the house, she's like, you will tell her to put a mask on, you will tell her to wash her hands, not wet. You know, it's just like, yeah, if she's got it, mum. She's going to be in my house. But she works at doctor's surgery. And she said the best one today was a guy that went into the surgery, and he got, I knew my prescription. And she said, oh, you know, what do you have? I have an inhaler. Well, what kind of inhaler? Oh, I've got no idea. And she looked up his records, and he hadn't been in for his inhaler since 2002. And she was like, what in
That'd be me.
People?
That'd be me. I'm the worst asthmatic on the planet. I keep
as well.
My mum's inhalers.
Yeah, but you probably get an inhaler once a month. I mean, he hasn't had one for 18 years. He's not that bad.
I'm the same as that. I'm thinking about going and getting one because I've not had one for years. Anyway, Phil, on a lighter note, who's Beth May? Is that your mum?
That's mum, yeah.
Put a comment up. There you go.
These good comments coming through are brilliant.
Didn't you tell her we were doing this again?
I believe I'm watching this.
No, I didn't tell her I was doing it again. This one's kind of been a bit quick. We've kind of moved a bit quicker on this one.
And that's reflected in our viewing figures, I think. It's fair to say.
I think our content's better today.
So, Hannah,
did you see Tez's comment, guys?
Yeah, say that again.
Did you see Tez's comment, that one?
Everyone on the piss. Yeah, I know. I've run out, look, it's all gone. Apart from that bit. Hannah, what I want to know.
Yes.
What everyone else, I'm sure, our 13 viewers wants to know.
Yes.
Is, apart from the wine, how are you stopping yourself from going crazy?
Well, actually, do you know what? I am so hyperactive, and I am probably a typical only child. I start something, I stop it, I find something else, and I start something else. And I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm actually glad to have just a little bit of time out, because since I went to self-employed 10 years ago, I've just had this need to work every minute of the day. You know, you guys probably appreciate this, that, you know, from the minute you wake up, you're thinking, I need to do this, I need to do this. And so there's all these things that I've started and never finished. And so there's two things, really. There's two aspects. For me, it's keeping a routine, because I'm here on my own, you know. I'm not, some would say this is a positive, I'm not sharing a house with anyone else. It's not like I've got people to talk to. So I've tried as best I can to keep that routine, get up, walk the dogs. I've started introducing yoga, which is just helping with that relaxation. I am learning Spanish, which is brilliant. I've been able to take... Yeah. Oh, habla mucho español, especial con vino. Habla mucho. But also, one thing that I wanted to do for years, and I've never quite cracked, is I started doing poi, like poi spinning, you know, you see it at the festivals. And this works actually on loads of different levels, because I'm, you know, you're ocean people like I am. The ocean for me is 75 meters that way. I can stand on my balcony and I can see the sea. How frustrating is it that I can see it and I literally can't go near it? So I started doing poi, and it works on different levels, because first there's the fitness thing, like especially with the spinning, it helps the muscles. So all the while I'm not paddling, it's just keeping that upper body going. It works with the mind, because at its very base level, if you can imagine the old thing of having to pat your head and rub your tummy and get the hand-eye coordination. Not only is it hand-eye coordination, it's also hand-eye-foot coordination, and having to think left brain, right brain. It's almost like an active brain training thing. Now, I wanted to do it for years, and I've probably over the last 4 days spent maybe 4 hours a day on it. And honestly, there's not going to be a festival without me spinning koi by the end of this lockdown. That's keeping me sane. The dogs are keeping me sane. I'm so grateful, even though I can only go 100 meters out my door, to get out. And actually, what also keeps me sane, it's a real community here. And even though we can't interact as a community, it's kind of like being a small village, but without small village mentality. And there's several Facebook groups going, and people are keeping everyone informed. There's updates on the situation of the shops. There's updates on the situation of the islands. There's a lot of humour that is going on. WhatsApp groups, you know, I'm a part of a couple of WhatsApp groups which are just constantly on a daily basis. I'm getting bombarded with funny memes and funny jokes, and I don't feel like I'm alone, and I don't feel like I'm going insane, because I don't know if you saw, I did a post a couple of days ago about how social media to an extent has been vilified a bit over the last couple of years for causing people's stress. Without social media and the levels of contact, things like this, Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, I think we'd all be going nuts, because it is our only form of contact at the moment. So I'm just making sure I speak to people, and I'm speaking to people more than I have done in a long time, because I'm not going, you know, I've got to go and do this, you know, cutting the conversation short. So yeah, I'm a long way from being bored or going around the bend at the moment.
I think it's interesting. Thank you. It's interesting what you're saying about social media, because I think it is all right. There's a lot of fake stuff out there, and you've got to. I've just made a point now where I keep checking the facts, because you never know what someone's putting. So every time someone puts someone up there, I'll go and check it and see if it's right, and then I put it on. But it does come into its own, doesn't it? I mean, you wouldn't be listening to us two idiots without this.
Us three idiots currently.
So what
you can either approach this with the attitude that you know, where is me, feeling resentful because you're being restricted, or you can approach it with the attitude is I can't do anything about it. So you can make the best of a situation or the worst of a situation. And you know, you've probably seen Mike Shawman, the guy that did the whole Paddles Up. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw his talk, which was called Sink or Swim. You know, he was someone that really did have to choose between sink or swim, literally. And I think a lot of people could take a lot from that kind of attitude. You know, we're all in the same boat, pardon the pun. We're all in the same paddleboard at the end of the day. And we just got to get on with it. And the sooner we get through it. What is ironic is Boris's favourite quote throughout Brexit was, "Let's get it done." I haven't heard any of that from him. Like, none of it. It's just been like, yeah, maybe we could do this and maybe we could do this. Just get it done, Boris. Just tell people what they can and can't do. We are sheep. We are sheep. If we're allowed to be left to our own devices, we will do what we do as humans, which is precisely the opposite of what we're meant to do.
Yeah. The best thing about this whole thing for me has been that there's a million different people with just that extra time now to focus on creative stuff.
Yeah. Like
my friend, like I'm a bit, you know, tonight's been a bit of a thing. My friend does this thing I was talking to you earlier about 50 sniffs, and he's got YouTube records out, and he's a bit of a parody artist, but he's hilarious, and he's good at what he does, and he's doing a pub quiz tonight.
Oh, brilliant.
He's in character, he's dressed up, he's doing a live pub quiz. He's got some silly jokes going in and some good questions, and he's just doing that tonight. You know, I was talking to my friend Janine. I don't know if she's still in here. She was watching earlier. She's keeping up writing poems and things like that. And, you know, it's allowing people that little bit of space from their rushing around day-to-day lives to just get stuff that they want to do out, you know.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Has he nicked our idea?
He's first to market, mate. He's gone straight in.
You're not been chatting to him and told him, have you?
No, I didn't mention it to him at all.
As you mentioned pub quiz, we're going to do a pub quiz. Don't know when yet, do we? But we're do
a pub quiz. I love a good pub quiz.
Right, let's do a pub quiz.
Well, yes. after Sunday night's efforts, we've actually had messages saying, yeah, I'd quite happily come on and chat to you. I'd quite happily come on and chat to you. Yeah.
Believe it or not, we've got 4 people who want to come on and on this crap and chat.
It's not like any of us have got anything better to do, is it?
Exactly.
I've got to go and visit the in-laws. Oh, there's a bonus. No one has to go and see their in-laws at the moment.
Exactly.
You know, the reason this has all come about really was because Phil and I have been chatting for ages about wanting to do something like this together. And actually this situation has thrown us into action. You know, we've kind of been kicked up the arse to get on with it, really.
Yeah.
Even that in itself is amazing. Like, that's just, you know, finally something that we've wanted to do together for a while. We've actually got into grips with, and we've been doing it.
Everything has to start from somewhere. And you know, things like this, you telling me that things like Saturday Night Live didn't start off with a few mates messing around and filming, and then that grew to something else. You know, you have to start small seeds, and these seeds grow.
I think. Look at Trevor's comment. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Should we put it up? There we go.
Yeah, we chuck a few winter questions in there as well, just to mess you up. Well, mess him up because he can't windsurf properly. But there you go.
Mess me up. I've never windsurfed in my life.
No, I know. Rubbish. I don't think Have you ever tried it, Hannah?
Yeah, I did. I did my level 1 course on it. I did it at Holland Reservoir, which was all very tranquil. But I found there was one of 2 things. There was either no wind, so I went nowhere, or there was lots of wind and it ripped the sail out of my hands. I got really bored really quickly. I'm simple needs. Just give me a surfboard or give me a paddleboard and paddle. I'm happy.
That's why people don't do it, because it's just getting past that first stage, and then once you pass that, you're up on the board and you're playing in, then you're sorted.
Yeah.
What is Hannah? Sorry, I've got to stop you. Because I don't understand this.
What?
Have you not seen it?
What is Tez's fascination with Tupperware? I don't know where it's come from.
I think he spent 2 days cleaning out his Tupperware drawers over the last couple of weeks because he's been on lockdown longer than everybody.
I saw him advertising for a random 1987 lid for some Tupperware container the other day.
I think
maybe he's stockpiling. maybe he's saving up for apocalypse.
I think we need to get Tez on to show us his Tupperware collection.
That's not code, is it?
Yeah, but Phil, we can share it in all the Tupperware Facebook fan groups, and we'll get shitloads of people watching.
I think Tez is just angling himself for a Tupperware party after all this is over.
Yeah,
maybe
and that is code.
Combine it with the pub quiz. Now there's a thought. Tupperware and pub quiz.
Yeah, well, that's where it came up. It said Tupperware questions in the quiz, but yeah, I mean, not about that. We'll see. Bit of Tupperware. He's just got a plastic fetish. Right.
Could be code.
Don't know what that means. What does that mean? Could be code. You think he means good?
I mean, it's Tupperware party.
He's not talking Tupperware.
Well, we need to get Tez on because this is the Tez show. Shall we get him on now?
Yeah, we can get him on. Actually,
he can explain his Tupperware obsession to us quickly.
Should we try for a 4-way?
Try for a 4-way.
I love a 4-way.
But only give him 2 minutes though, because we haven't got a Brummie filter.
I lived in the Midlands. It's the furthest away I've ever lived from the sea. I have no idea how I managed it. I lived in Birmingham, and canals don't count. I managed a year, and then I moved to Devon, and that was quite refreshing.
Oh, he says he can't. His chicken never wussed out. He's got stage fright. Says he can't do it.
Oh, rubbish.
Oh well.
It happens to the best of us, let's face it.
So tell us about Hannah, tell us about Majorca and what your plans are there.
Well, what my plans are and what they were are two different things. So when I came out here in October, I came out here with the sole intention of using the winter to get everything set up for the summer season. And you've seen Majorca, Majorca. It's totally different here in the winter. This is why this isn't that unusual, because it's been like a ghost town pretty much since November. And the island was just starting to wake up. The restaurants were opening, the hotels were opening, people were getting excited. The weather's a bit nicer. My plan was to create a bit of a community out here, because believe it or not, and you'll understand this, paddleboarding, because we're all in the UK and it's so big over there, you think it's like everywhere. Majorca hasn't got that bug yet. So I wanted to grow a community out here, get people engaged, not just with paddleboarding, but with the ocean. As you know, I was originally going to sort of try and plan a bit of an event a year or so back, which engaged sports people, environmental people, etc., etc. So that was the plan. The season was pretty much set to start in April. I had forward bookings and people that had pretty much sort of booked it all up since January, and that's gone out the window. So at the moment, it's really just sitting tight and waiting to see what happens. Even when everything goes normal, I don't think it's going to be a case of lockdown's over, let's all go out and get pissed and spend the money that nobody's earned for the last 2 months or 3 months. And as you know, anything like paddleboarding or windsurfing, it's not a necessity. It's something that people would like to do when they have a little bit of money or when they've got time. This is just 10% of this story at the moment. So I'm having to rethink really what my proposition is going to be. I always planned in trying to engage local community as opposed to it just being a tourist-driven thing. And that really is the forefront of the idea at the moment. I'm speaking to people up, sort of health clubs up in Valencia, which is the main town here, trying to create an environment where specifically I'm aiming to look at people that have got anxiety, mental health problems, because for me personally, the ocean and paddleboarding has, I wouldn't say it's cured my anxiety and my mental health issues, but it certainly improves them. And I think there's a lack of knowledge about the engagement with not just the ocean and mental health, but with the outdoors and mental health. Believe it or not, on an island that you can climb, you can swim, you can paddleboard, you can windsurf. So we'll see what happens. I think the way that people do business is going to be very different here. Spain, but Majorca specifically, is probably 80% tourist driven. I think that you're going to have to look now at how they earn their money and how they interact with each other, as opposed to relying on the tourist season and 6 months of the year. I know people that here, I'm not even in my first cycle, but I know people here that they work hard all summer, they save up for the winter, and by this time of year, there's no cash. They've spent all their money on rent, they've got business rates to pay, blah, blah, blah. It's quite a fearful situation financially, economically, how the island's going to recover, but we're not unique in that. So we'll see what happens. Majorca Sup will exist in some kind of format. I just have to see how things pan out, really. I still want to get engaged with paddleboarding. I specifically want to get kids engaged in paddleboarding. I've been frantically beach cleaning since I've been here. Up until 2 weeks ago, I had meetings with one of the local private schools to create like an ocean therapy club for their kids. So all of these things, all of these plans gone out the window at the moment, but it is what it is. What can you do?
Yeah. You still got the plans though, it's still there, isn't it? So, just
the plans will always be here. It just might be different plans.
Yeah. Okay, well, go on, Phil.
And nobody's going to market with anything else at the minute anyway. There's nobody else doing anything because everybody's in the same situation. So those plans will still come through. When is the question, you know?
Exactly. And in the meantime, we've just got to make the best out of the situation. And as we've talked about, use the time wisely. Now, whether or not that time is to be creative, like you said, or to plan a new business, or to get good at skills that you've always wanted to get good at. You know, we all have time on our hands to do that at the moment.
Right.
I don't.
No, I'm not. I'm working from home. Everyone's got all this time, and I'm bloody working from home.
I'm working I'm in the factory tonight. I've got to go to work at 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. Anyway, brilliant speak to you, Hannah. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for inviting me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, wish you all the best with SUP Majorca and all the plans you've got.
Hope to see you guys out here at some point.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming again. I love it. I fell in love with the place when I was out there. And
it's magical out here. It is magical.
Yeah, it really is. Right. So we're going to kick you out.
Damn.
See ya.
Ciao.
So
there we go.
So we're going to start wrapping up now. So Sunday we're back on. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to be back on Sunday at 8. We're gonna stick with going live on the Yellow Belly SUP page. I've got some technical difficulties, so we can't put it on my page. So we're gonna keep going on Yellow Belly SUP. So we'll be back at 8. Have we got a guest actually confirmed for Sunday?
Not confirmed. I haven't spoken to him.
Right, but we've got someone in mind.
Yes.
Someone
if not, I've got 3 backups.
Well, we've got someone quite entertaining in line for Sunday. So just keep looking, keep checking the Yellow Belly SUP page, keep checking my Cave Active page, our personal pages as well, and we'll post up what's on there. It might Trevor's just put pub quiz. It might actually be a good time to do the pub quiz. If we get what we want. How long does a pub quiz take to do? Is it like an hour?
Well, yeah. Or you can make it as long as you want. Depends how many rounds you want, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or we could get the surprise guest to write the.
Oh yeah, we could.
Quiz.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea.
Are you going to talk?
Why don't we just plan all this live, like now on air, as we are doing? Yeah, I'll talk to him. What we got? We didn't really get any questions we didn't get any difficulties. We didn't get any things people are worrying about, did we? We didn't get any of that.
Not really. I think everybody that's been in the chat, from what I've seen going past, is all kind of still fairly chilled with the idea at the minute.
Well, it's early days, isn't it?
It is.
I went and bought a bike pump today.
Don't talk to me about bike pumps. My wife woke me up. Well, not woke me up. She got me out of bed this afternoon to go and find the bike pump.
Oh, right. Okay. I went to my mum and dad's and I left the bike pump up there.
Yeah, I've left my bike pump at Katie's mum and dad's. So
bike pumps are specialist shops that are allowed to stay open.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that on the key workers list?
It must be. Bike shops are on the list of shops that can stay open. I think that's what Sports Direct were trying to do. I think they sell a few bikes, so they were trying to get in on that one. But Tez thinks we're getting Kyle Lenny in as a special guest.
Well, if somebody provides the hookup.
I'll never say never.
Never, yeah. Never say never.
But at the moment, it's highly unlikely. Tez is getting way too much exposure on this. Do you think?
And he bottled it when I sent him the link. So, you know.
Yeah, he's all mouth, isn't he? What was I saying? Yeah, and the bike pump. I had to phone the shop and book an appointment to go and buy the bike pump. And then the guy came to the door and handed me the bike pump, and I had to do contactless on his thing to buy the bike pump. But it didn't work. The contactless didn't work, so I got a free bike pump. I've got to pay him tomorrow. He's a very trusting guy. He's
Yeah, I was
let
gonna
me
say.
pay tomorrow. He obviously don't know me very well.
Yeah, the chances of a tight northerner going back and paying for it.
Yeah, no, I will pay him, but he, he's very trusting. What Scott said, B&Q is still open too, equals key worker cards for their staff, you know. What? Hey?
Well, on that note, I've just had a text message from my boss saying that I've got a letter at work waiting for me saying that there's a key worker letter gone out to our staff today. So that if we get stopped by the police, we're allowed to show our key worker letter.
Yeah, excellent. So am I going to get one? Will I get one of them? Should do, shouldn't I?
It depends if you're going into work.
Yeah, well,
look, from home, then...
Mate, my work, as you know, is right next to the beach. So if I want to go windsurfing, you know, if it's windy and it's wavy, then I'm using my key worker letter. Where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to work. What, in that big van? Yeah,
key worker.
That's my vehicle.
What, you work in the food factory in a wetsuit, do you?
Well, no. Yeah, okay. Right. Charlie Gray has just come on. He's watching.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Unfortunately, Charlie, we're just finishing. You missed it.
Sorry, Charlie.
You never know what you miss. Well, you can because you watch it again.
And here's a thought for the future.
What? Says in his pants. Well, we're going to get his dynamic pop-ups done in pants. Why are you giving him all this exposure?
Well, why not?
He's had enough already. Right.
Should we give a shout out to Midhurst Cycle Shop for giving you a free cycle pump?
Yeah. Shall we? It wasn't free. I've got to pay for it tomorrow. All right now in Midhurst. Give me a free bike pump.
Cool.
Right. Are we off?
Yeah, we can get off.
I think this lot have had enough of us now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. We've still got 12 people watching. I'm gonna have to
keep going. So we keep going until there's none.
No, because I've got to go to work.
Oh, I'm getting shouted no don't from next door from in the room. She's shouting no don't. Right, we're going. So remember Sunday 8 o'clock.
Yep, Sunday 8 o'clock on here. See you later, guys.
See ya.